because we talk about mental health and speaking up. So I want to have a question to Sias and Irene, because I know you guys grew up at the time where like our elders was very strict, like whatever they said, we just follow. I want to ask Sias and Irene, was there ever something you wanted to do for your life that you didn't express it and then now you regret it today? Like something you wanted to do, something you wanted to say to your parents, something you wanted to bring up, but you felt like you couldn't. But looking back at it today, like you regret, man, I should have just did it. I should have just spoke up on it. And if I'm just curious because if you have any,
yeah. I'll read go.
Chelsea, go ahead.
Chelsea, you confess first.
Chelsea, go.
All right. So when I first got here, right, so I fell in love with ballerina dancing, and I always wanted to be a ballerina dancer, but I didn't know how to do it, and I didn't know how to ask. I had no idea. Okay. And so that was the one thing that I never got to ask my parents: how can I become a dancer like those guys? Right? Because I had it was some of the most beautiful things that I ever seen, and I never got to ask my parents. That's it. That's why I laugh. I'm like, you asked for it, I tell you. I wanted to be a ballerina dancer.
Did you practice behind closed doors and like do the twist and everything?
Let me tell you, I can do the twist.
Hey.
I can throw the legs out.
That's a 9.0 airbus pirouette.
Let me tell you, don't let me do the splits.
That's a 10. That's a 10. Thank you. 10 across the board.
That was it. That was it.
Oh wow, man. Thank you. Thank you for sharing it. And same thing, Irene. Same question.
What is your question again? Something that I regret. I wish I had asked my parents.
I wanted to speak on something you wanted to do, but they disagreed. And looking back at it, like you kind of regret, like, man, I should have just done it.
Like CLC, I was in dance. I ended up doing music instead. They wanted me to do music, to study music.
Yep.
I enjoy music, but it wasn't my thing. But I found my love more in behavioral sciences.
Okay.
It totally shifted. But I wanted to go to Utah University at that time. They had a great dance program. So they sent me to BYU Hawaii to do music.
All right.
And I still do music now. It's my therapy.
All right. Can we get a dance move like Chelsea? No? Yes?
No. I have some music. I produce music. I write lyrics and all that stuff. You can see that. I got to do a TikTok trend.
But I think it goes back to like we didn't have a choice at that moment. Like growing up, there was no such thing as choice. You just did what you were told.
Yeah.
Like it was simple. Like you said earlier, we all had our part in life. I'm one of 11 kids. And my part was to wash the dishes, cook, and do laundry. Done. That's my part.
So
and
I want
to exactly that for like 15 years. We all had a part in our life.
Yep.
I want to expand on that question because the question I get from a lot of not only from my younger siblings, but I hear from a lot of our generation is like, how do we approach our parents to be able to go against their wishes, to go against their direction in a respectful way where, because, a lot of times when you speak to your parents like that and disagree with them, a lot of times parents will take that as disrespect. So like, how do we, I'll open this up for everybody. Because that's the question I hear from a lot of people. For me, like I tell my parents what I wanted to do. And they didn't agree. I just dipped and did my own thing. I just walked. That's how I did it. For myself, it's like, I got to do what I do. I know my purpose, my life, what makes me happy, what I like to do. And for me, it's like, if nobody agrees, that's on them. I'm gonna do me. But that's what I did. But that's the question I hear from a lot of people. Like, how do you? Yeah, because like, what's the best way to approach our parents to disagree what they're telling me because I want to do this for me because this is what I want to do without disrespecting them. And I guess
it's easier to ask for forgiveness than permission. You did the right thing.
Yeah.
There's no good way to do it, especially like with Polynesian parents.
Yeah. Okay.
You have to show them. Right. You kind of have to show them and prove to them that this is my goal, this is what I'm going to do, and this is where I'm going to go. And you kind of have to, show them that this is what you're passionate about. Some parents want us to fulfill their dreams, and that's the challenge, instead of fostering what our children's dreams are, instead of saying, hey, if this is what you want to do, make sure you do the best of it, right? And that's what I've encouraged my children. It doesn't matter what it is if you love something, just make sure you do the best of what you love, So I think you kind of have, I don't know if you have to show them, because that's a whole generation, because they're looking for it to see if you can make a living from the field that you're going into. Kind of like, the Chinese and the Indians, or you have to be a lawyer, a doctor, like that.
Mm-hmm.
It all comes back to, is this going to bring shame on my family? Or, what are we looking for? Are we looking at what our reputation will be as parents, or are we fostering our children's growth and development?
Okay. All right. And thank you for sharing, guys. And last but not least, Ipo, I'm coming. I'm going to thank you for waiting patiently. I'm going to just go to Sina, and I'll come back to you, Ipo, and invite you into the group chat. Sina, you're the last person. Yeah, what's your thoughts about mental health and your experience with growth and stagnation within the poly community? Tui.
You're talking to me?
Yeah, Tui, yeah, you.
Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. What did you say?
Yeah, you're the last one. Yeah, what's your thoughts about mental health? Mental health in the community, how it's like stagnating some people and their growth. Yeah.
So our people, we clown a lot, right?
Yeah.
And we like to roast. We're very happy, funny people. And in that same respect, it's frowned upon to find help for any kind of issue. Like it's frowned upon to go to therapy. In my case, it was court ordered at one point, but that's a story for another time. But that court ordered therapy when I was younger did help, but like it's frowned upon for not just young people in general, but all Polynesians, but young people more so, because we make fun of each other for it and we take it to heart, but we pretend like it doesn't bother us.
Mm-hmm.
So my main issue with most people, our age and Savage, people our age, we support each other, but not really. We support each other face value, but in the end, we're all people, our generation. I have what I was gonna say and then I just lost it. But our generation makes it really hard for each other to grow because of the lack of support that we have. We don't, and I'm not saying that it's everyone, but it's largely in part because our generation is lazy and we are caught between our culture and Western society. And it's almost impossible for first generation Polynesian parents to be equipped with the tools to raise their children in this society. So then we get lost and caught. I'm not making excuses for anyone, but I'm giving an example.
Okay, no worries. All right, thank you so much, Tui. Okay, Savage, go ahead real quick before we go to, go ahead.
I just wanted to add on to what Tui was saying. I mean, I totally agree as far as the roasting thing, right? You hear enough, oh man, you bush head, you ugly face, you big butt, whatever the hell it is. You get so much into hearing it, it normalizes, you desensitize, and all of a sudden, this is how your group or the culture you come from views you. All of a sudden you get outside of your group and say, for instance, a black girl looks at me and sees me cute for the flaws that I get made fun of. And all of a sudden I start gravitating towards that because all of a sudden it's now positive intake on me. You said, what? My hair looks nice. But my sister said my hair looks bushy. It looks nappy. It looks ugly. You like my hair? You want to braid my hair? Oh, wow. What else? Next, it starts to grab on your mind because all these things you've heard negative growing up in your life is like, well, I never thought of it that way. I never looked at it that way, but thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, and all of a sudden you start to kind of grow out of your circle. And I'm only highlighting this for the mental health issue, because if you don't tell your parents, the worst case scenario, I believe, and Jesus Christ, if I say this, I hope I don't go viral. You end up a porn star or a prostitute selling drugs, doing something else that you're not supposed to be doing, all because your parents couldn't elaborate. And I don't blame the parents. I know it's a generational thing, but I believe it's just the effort. It's the effort. It's just saying, hey, I don't agree with it, but if I have to be there for you to support you, I will. I will do that. And yeah, I mean, Dewey hit it right on the nail. There are so many people I could have, growing up, there were so many people I could have just been like, you know, support them, just little things here and there. And because I chose not to, it could have been a factor to where they're at today. So thank you, Dewey, for saying that.
Yeah, thank you, Savage, for saying that. Before I go to IPO, I know that I'm waiting right now for everybody out there that wants to do something for their life, but nobody's supporting them. Just understand that for me, it's like whenever you do something that's never been done before, you can't expect people that have never experienced it or never done it to support you. So if you want to break the generational cycle, if you want to do something that your family's never done before, it's like, you can't talk big dreams to small-minded people. They don't understand, right? They will never understand because they've never seen it, they've never experienced it, they've never done it. So even if your parents, right? So like, if you want to do something you've never been done before, just understand 99% of the time, no one is going to support you, even the closest to you. And it's not their fault because it's just something that they don't believe in, they never tried, and they never experienced. And you can't expect people to believe in your shoes if they never walked that path. I just want to share that real quick. And also, I see the likes went up, yo. I see the likes. We got 11 likes, but we still have 20 people watching. So there's 9 of y'all that ain't liking this video. So stop being a ninja watcher and stop being gaga and like.
You gotta take down the hair. Take down the hair.